This morning I'll be flying first class with Lufthansa in seat 1A on the Queen of the Skies. After a short flight to Frankfurt in European business class, come travel with me on board their 5-star rated first class and one of the youngest jumbo jets on the planet. This is the Boeing 747-8. But there are only 3 airlines worldwide to fly this aircraft commercially with passengers, so this is a rare experience and will be a first for me. Will this experience live up to their 5-star rating and my ridiculously high expectations for this flight that I paid $90 for? Spoiler alert, it falls short in a big way, and this is a review with mixed results. At one point, I even thought I may have to cancel the entire rest of my trip. But I still have a lot of good things to say, and I'll experience in-flight caviar for the first time. We'll check out the huge seat and bed and all the amenities, and of course we'll do a first-class Lou review too. Yo, my name's Jeff, and this is my 2022 Around the World tour. With all the news about travel chaos lately, I realized my inconveniences before today's flight were somewhat minor, but as always, I'll give you my honest review of the experience because Lufthansa is especially known for their first class, and this started off really bad. There were only 2 people on staff to check in all the customers for multiple airlines, so instead of a first class check-in, I waited about 30 minutes before being told I had to fill out yet another surprise online form, and the scam website she directed me to said it would take 4 days, so at one point I thought all my travel plans were ruined. Well, 30 minutes later, connected to my mobile hotspot, and after learning how to compress tiny PDFs of my passport and vaccine forms, I worked it all out. Good morning, friends. I am here back again at Amsterdam Schiphol Airport, and today we are headed to New Delhi, and I'm really excited because I'm going to be flying a Lufthansa 747-8 in first class. I'll be sitting in row 1A in the nose of the aircraft, and first we got to get to Frankfurt, so I'm going to jump on a European business class flight to get there. Now, as many of you know, European business class is basically fake business class because they take economy class seating, block out a middle seat, and call it business class. So nonetheless, we'll head over to Frankfurt, and I'll pick it up over there. The flight to Frankfurt was quick and rather enjoyable. I mean, at this point I was happy to just have made the flight in the first place, but having not just a blocked middle seat in the fake business class cabin, but I had the whole row to myself, so that was really nice. Now, I've seen plenty of reviews of private transfers in Porsches, but there were no such transfers for Delhi today, and it was a long walk over to the gate. I didn't have time to visit the lounge, or so I thought. All right, I made it to Frankfurt with little time to spare. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get any type of limo transfer to the gate like I've seen in other videos that people have flown first class in Lufthansa. But nonetheless, I made the long walk, and I'm now here, and it's just about time for boarding. When I got to the gate, there was a huge queue for business and first class combined, and another huge queue to verify the forms and stamp your boarding pass before you're allowed to board. Unlike most airlines that offer first class, there was no early boarding, and after a 30-minute delay in boarding without any announcements from the crew as to why we were delayed, boarding finally began. And this is where the nightmare ends, my friends, and it starts to get pretty good. A queue took forever. Very inefficient Lufthansa, once again. I don't know if you saw my British Airways first class video, but the bus boarding was much better than what I experienced today. Well, today's a great day because I'll be turning left. Oh, yeah. And I'll be sitting in seat 1A located in the nose of the 747. The friendly flight attendant greeted me by name and welcomed me on board. There's a lot to experience here, so I'll do my best to cover it all throughout this video. Lufthansa first class, I'm the only one here so far, so let's see how it goes. It looks awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon from the flight deck. It is my pleasure to welcome aboard this Lufthansa Boeing 747-8. Whatever you see at the airport and on your program, flight entertainment system is not quite correct. I can assure you that we are circumnavigating all the conflicted areas.
Today's flight to New Delhi is scheduled to take 7 hours and 10 minutes. Please make certain that your electronic devices with transmission functions are either switched to flight mode or switched off completely. It is important to us that you not only feel comfortable but also safe on board with us. This is why we will now be showing you a movie with information about your safety on board.
We will now show you the safety features on board. We would appreciate your attention.
As we pushed back, I felt a lot of excitement for the fantastic flight ahead and for my first visit to India as well. aboard the Lufthansa 747-8. It is really quiet up here, so I don't want to talk too loudly and disturb other passengers, but so far the flight has been amazing. Everything that happened before I got on board was terrible. Everything that happened after I got on board was amazing. I'm really looking forward to the meal service coming up here, and we'll have a look around at the seat and see what there is to offer. Also, as an extra bonus, the seat next to me is wide open, so I have the whole space in row 1 all to myself. And so over here we got some controls for the in-flight entertainment. Now I did bring my Bose noise-canceling headphones with me, but it looks like I won't need them because back here we got more storage and a convenient cup holder if you're in the lie flat position. There's a nice tray for a drink and also a really big adjustable fold-out table. I really love how that slides all the way out of the way so you can easily get in and out of your seat while you're having your meal. So there's a lot of storage underneath the ottoman, which is really great. And they also give you a locker to store your things in instead of using the overhead bin, so that's convenient. And here is more seat controls than I think I've ever seen on a plane. And one of those controls even adjusts the position of the footrest. And here's a look at the expensive 18-year-old scotch featured in the menu. I usually prefer bourbon whiskey, but this was truly exceptional. Alright, check out the privacy divider here. So of course I decided to go with the scotch that's featured on the menu, so proper cheers to a great flight. This is probably the first time I ever got an amuse-bouche on an airplane, but here we have feta with some tomato and maybe some oil as well. It looks great. I feel like all my life I've been looking forward to this, so finally gonna have the in-flight caviar. I've never had like a true caviar experience, so really looking forward to trying this, and let's see how it is. I'm eating caviar, 40,000 feet in the air, and I paid $90 for my ticket. Life is good on Lufthansa. I was even offered a second appetizer after the caviar, so I went with this lovely smoked salmon, followed by the turbot bouillabaisse as my main course, and then finished off with cheese and crackers. Post-meal recap. The food was probably the best I've ever had on the plane. I totally get the caviar experience now. I understand it. I've never had anything that good. That was just incredible, absolutely amazing. The turbot bouillabaisse was really great. Unfortunately, all the desserts were fruited, and I'm not a big fan of fruit, so I just went with the cheese platter, which was awesome. Great selection of cheeses. One of them was really sweet, which I really enjoyed. So I am on my 3rd glass of the really expensive scotch and really enjoying everything so far. Let's take a look at the amenity kit, and then we'll do a little loo review and then hop in the bed. All right, so the amenity kit here comes in 2 parts. So let's see what we got. Hopefully the lighting's not too bad. I just have the overhead light on. I'm a little confused. I don't know what this is. It's just like a piece of foam. All right, we've got a shoehorn here. Definitely a unique amenity. Nice pair of high quality socks. We saw these last time in business class. They actually give you covers for the headphones. We've got an extremely high quality eye mask that's actually individually wrapped in its own pouch. Super fancy. And many of the standard amenities we find. We have a very generous size tube of toothpaste, very nice wooden toothbrush, a great comb, a little mint, a package of 3 different moisturizers, and some earplugs. And now I get it, the amenity kit is actually supposed to be a personal watch box, so that's why the foam insert is included along with it, so you can take out all the amenities and use it to store your fancy watches. Now that we checked out the amenity kit, which is definitely first class, let's go check out the loo review. And now it's time for everybody's favorite part of the video, the loo review. Well, check this out, it's a loo with a view. Fancy amenities like this Evian facial mist and these lotions I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce. As you can see, there's plenty of room and even a soft cover over the toilet in case you need to sit down while changing or maybe just enjoy a rest while you're in there. There's a large child changing tray too. These drawers are jam-packed with additional amenities, and there was plenty of TP and sanitizer on hand as well. Now I will magically put on my first-class pajamas. And let's enjoy that refreshing facial mist. back by popular demand. It's Pillow Talk on the HD Jeff channel. I made a joke about this a couple videos ago and it caught on real well. So here we go, we get a new segment. So anyway, let's talk about the first class experience. This is luxury. This is got to be one of the most luxurious experiences in the sky that you'll find anywhere in the world. Absolutely incredible, from the food to the service to the onboard experience, the seat, the comfort of the bed. I think this is one of the longest flatbeds in the sky. So anyway, let's enjoy the flatbed, enjoy this luxurious experience on board, and I will check in a little bit later on. We'll take a look at the in-flight entertainment and a few other things before we land. The in-flight entertainment was essentially the same as what I experienced on my last Lufthansa flight. There's quite a bit of movies available, music selections, and of course, one of my favorite features, the in-flight map. My only complaint is the size of the screen is really small, especially considering how far back you sit. All right, well, that has been an exceptional experience on board Lufthansa 747-8 in the first class. Really enjoyed it. Food was incredible. From the moment I jumped on board, everything was absolutely spectacular. So if you get a chance to experience this, I would highly recommend it. Yeah, everything's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Have a nice rest.
Oh yeah, I did. I didn't even plan to sleep. It was so comfortable I couldn't help it. Thank you. So it looks like we're about to make our descent into Delhi, and we got about 30 minutes of flight time left, so it went by really fast, unfortunately. Probably the highlight for me was the comfort of the flatbed. It was probably the most comfortable bed I've ever slept on a plane, and really long. So for a tall guy like me, plenty of room. And if you're not so tall, the ottoman moves forward. But it was great. So that's about it. I'll show you how I booked this trip for under $100 in just a minute, and then I'll catch up with you on the ground. I booked this flight by transferring Amex points to Avianca Life Miles. It may seem a bit strange to book this flight with a Colombian airline I've actually never even flown on, but they are both Star Alliance members, and this is one of the best ways to book Lufthansa first class because it was under 60,000 life miles for this 8-hour flight, and at the time there was a 15% transfer bonus when converting Amex points. That means I only needed about 50,000 Amex points, and I paid just $90 in taxes for this 8-hour luxurious flying experience. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you're subscribed because next time I'm flying on the world's largest first-class suite, and I paid just $28 for what would be one of the most incredible flying experiences in my entire life.
Welcome to International Airport Indira Gandhi, New Delhi. Please remember to keep your seatbelts fastened until the seatbelt signs have been switched off. Here in New Delhi it is now 5 minutes to 1 a.m. and this is an on-time arrival. Now we wish all of you a good night, and for those of you who continue the journey, a safe and a comfortable onward journey. Thank you and goodbye. Take care.
Cabin crew, all doors up.
All right, welcome to New Delhi. Had a really fun time today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to see where I'm headed next on this around the world tour, make sure you're subscribed. Well, after I took this flight, Skytrax actually finally downgraded Lufthansa to a more appropriate 4-star rating. Did Lufthansa ever deserve a 5-star rating to begin with? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Yo, my name's Jeff. I believe that travel helps build a more peaceful planet, and I hope to see you along for my next journey. Peace out. Last December, I flew Lufthansa's business class and enjoyed their famous Christmas goose, so you'll definitely want to watch that video next. And you're still here, you can click on that link and watch my other video now. And you still haven't clicked it. Okay, peace out, bye.